Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Before I begin my remarks this morning, I want to address the fires in New Mexico. This fire caused by lightning has burned over 7,500 acres and caused widespread disruption and loss. First and foremost, I want to extend my deepest condolences to everyone affected by the disaster. Thankfully, there have been no reported deaths so far. Our thoughts are with those who have been displaced and are facing the loss of their homes and livelihoods. Just last night, I was speaking to a dear friend of mine in New Mexico. She works at a church camp out there, and they have been displaced to the city of Roswell, and a church has taken them in for the rest of the week. Just send my thoughts and prayers to her, her team out there, and everybody affected by this horrible, horrible disaster. To the residents of New Mexico, I assure you that the federal government is mobilizing all necessary resources to support state and local authorities. We have dispatched additional firefighting crews, equipment, and emergency relief teams to assist in fully containing the fire, which is currently 91% contained, and to help with recovery efforts. And I did talk to the governor this morning before I came over here. Pledge my full support. Whatever they need out there, they will have. I want to commend the bravery and dedication of the firefighters, the first responders, and the volunteers who are working tirelessly around the clock. Your courage and selflessness are saving lives and giving hope to those in despair. You represent the best of America, and we are profoundly grateful for your service. We are also coordinating with nonprofit organizations, local businesses, and community leaders to ensure that shelter, food, medical care, and other essential services are available to all affected individuals. And I've been to a few of these over the last 4 years. Recovery will be a long and challenging process, but together we will rebuild and emerge stronger. To the people of New Mexico, your resilience and your strength in the face of such adversity are truly inspiring. The road ahead may be difficult, but with unity, compassion, and determination, we will overcome this tragedy. We will do everything in our power to support you, not just in the days ahead, but for as long as it takes to restore and rebuild your communities. In times like this, we're reminded of the importance of standing together as a nation. Let us offer our support, our prayers, and our resources to those affected by this fire. Together, we will face this challenge and emerge stronger, united in our resolve to help one another. And we really will. In any natural disaster like this, be it hurricanes, fires, earthquakes, whatever it is, you have my promise that the federal government will do, under my administration, will do whatever it takes to see that you get the resources on the ground and you rebuild. It's so important. But I wanted to start out with this morning and I was really taken by that message last night. Dear friend of mine, like I mentioned, she's at a church camp, and she puts her heart and soul into it every year. Works in the kitchen out there. She is a professional educator, a school administrator, and she spends her summers out there working at this church camp. And the message I got last night about her and the 20 staff members were displaced down to Roswell, and they don't know. Right as of last night, they don't know what the situation is with their camp, and hopefully, we'll get this fire contained within the next couple of days, and not only her camp but other locations in the area will be spared in this. With that said, I'm joined today by several key leaders who are driving our nation's technological and economic advancements. We have with us this morning the Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, Rocket Lab founder and CEO Peter Beck, White House National Economic Advisor Lyle Brainard, and Undersecretary of Commerce for Standards and Technology and Director of the National Institute of Standards and Technology, Lori Lasco. Together, we are proud to announce a significant step forward for our nation's future. The Department of Commerce, under Secretary Romano's leadership, has partnered with Rocket Lab, the parent company of Solaro Technologies Corporation, to invest $23.9 million under the CHIPS Act, the CHIPS and Science Act. This investment will bolster the production of space-grade solar cells, essential for powering our spacecraft and satellites. This initiative will modernize and expand Rocket Lab's facilities, increasing their production of these critical semiconductors by 50% over the next 3 years. It will also create over 100 new manufacturing jobs. Create 100 new jobs in this country. Right here in the United States, not in a foreign country, but right here in the USA. And I will say this morning. I know that people are saying that the economy is not good. I know there's people struggling out there. I understand that. I totally understand that. But this right here shows you that we are rebuilding this economy. If you look at the statistics, unemployment is down. Yes, prices are up, but unemployment is down. Unemployment is down. And we're gaining new jobs every day. In these jobs right here, solar cells are one of the key things that we're talking about. They are vital for maintaining our communication systems and advancing our space technology. Secretary Romano emphasized that with this investment, we are ensuring that our military, NASA, and the commercial space industry have the semiconductors they need to keep our country safe and at the forefront of space exploration and commerce. Thanks to this initiative, we are meeting the growing demand for these specialized semiconductors while diversifying America's chip manufacturing capabilities and creating quality jobs for workers in New Mexico. Rocket Lab is headquartered in Albuquerque, led by Peter Beck, and is one of only 2 companies in the U.S. that specialize in producing high-effective radiation-resistant solar cells. Their technology powers critical U.S. space programs, from missile awareness systems to groundbreaking scientific missions like the James Webb Space Telescope and NASA's Mars missions. As our technology presence in space expands, especially with the deployment of low Earth orbit satellites, the need for more space-grade solar cells grows. These cells are not only crucial for space exploration, but also for our national and economic security. With today's announcement, we are reaffirming America's leadership in semiconductor technology and space innovation. Laura, of our White House National Economic Advisor, remarked that this partnership brings cutting-edge solar cell technology to New Mexico, boasting our leadership in space technology. Undersecretary Lasco highlighted that today's announcement is a testament to our commitment to revitalizing all areas of America's semiconductor industry. And I think about this almost a year ago at this time. I was in Southern California on a trip, and I was at our hotel, and I was out having breakfast in the morning. I was talking to a couple of tech engineers that were in the area, and I asked them how this CHIPS and investment, or how this CHIPS Act actually is impacting their region. And they said it's making a change. And this was a year ago. They're saying that it's really making a change. And think about it. We came up with semiconductors. My very hometown, Dallas, Texas, Texas Instruments, a little small plant up in North Dallas, was one of the very first locations to build semiconductors. It started in our country. And why are we exporting those jobs? Why are we exporting them overseas? And why are we having to import something that we made in our own country? Semiconductors are central to modern life, our economy, and America's future. With the support of the CHIPS office, we are expanding our production facilities to meet the growing demand for these critical components. Rocket Lab will also partner with New Space New Mexico, an organization dedicated to accelerating innovation in the state. Together, they will drive innovation and provide opportunities in underserved communities, contributing $2 million over the next 3 years in supporting local high tech manufacturing. This investment is a continuation of our commitment to ensuring resilient U.S. supply chains and creating highly productive local jobs. Together, we are strengthening America's future, enhancing our leadership in space, and ensuring our nation remains at the cutting edge of technological advancement. And really, we are. Every new job that we are working for the future. And when I talk about education, I think about the boys and girls in our schools and the importance of STEM in those schools to prepare these students for these careers. We have to get them ready to take these jobs. You know, I've got a lot of friends who work in the space program. A lot of these guys are shuttle guys. A lot of these guys, some of these guys are even Apollo era uh, guys. Most of them are shuttle, but some are Apollo, and that's going on 50 years. They're going to retire one day, and who's going to replace them? That is my concern. That's why this announcement today is so important because we're investing in jobs, and we can also do the same thing in an education to get the courses that these students need to get them prepared to take these jobs and and be the next generation of explorers. Because and I say this a lot. I say this a lot. You think about a a class, and I visit classes a whole lot. You walk in there, you see 15, 16, sometimes 20 students. Somebody sitting in that class is going to cure cancer or some other disease. Somebody sitting in that class is going to be the first person to walk on a distant planet that we don't even know about yet. Somebody in that class is going to develop some kind of technology that will better life here on Earth. But it starts in those classrooms and it starts at these companies here in the United States. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless our troops, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.